Tofu. Most people don't know much about it or are scared to even try it. Vanessa Pang visits a local factory that makes the white stuff and tells us what we've been missing.
This worker is using a paddle to smooth out a mixture of soy milk and hardening agents. They'll be made into tofu at House Foods located right here in Garden Grove.
We produce approximately 55 million pieces of tofu a year.
We're getting a tour with DeFrancia and Consumer Affairs Manager Noriyoko Suiji. The plant is super clean and we are required to dress like surgeons. It's a big company, but the product begins with small soybeans. Beans are soaked for 10 to 13 hours to make them softer and easier to break down. Then they are sent through these tubes and ground over here. Once the soybean pulp is extracted, all that's left is soy milk.
The milk is carried by this pipe and comes over here to this bucket.
It's mixed with solidifiers like calcium salt and poured into a mold.
And then he's going to put the cloth over it so that water can be pushed out.
The now hardened tofu gets a final pat and is sent through the cutter.
After the tofu is labeled, it's sent to the pasteurizer where germs are killed so the tofu can remain fresh for 65 days.
We have a pasteurizer called double cooling system, which is unique to House Foods. It heats up at high temperature, and then immediately it cools down, and that will virtually kill the bacteria.
DeFrancia says many people are unfamiliar with tofu, but the protein is more versatile than they think.
We think that tofu has a myth that it's boring, bland, non-tasty, like that kind of hippie food, vegetarian food. So we want to kind of like, tell people that that's not really true, that prepared in a proper way, tofu can be so tasty and fun to work with.
And it's made right here in our backyard. This is Vanessa Pang reporting.